Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is a requested video. Someone asked me the things I do to keep my makeup on all day, and I'm going to tell you what I do because it was requested. And whenever someone asks me something, I love to tell them what I do, so I'll tell you why I look funny right now. But I do want to say this: when I come to you with these videos telling you what I do, this is what I do. Okay, if you want me to try something, you can comment down below and I'll try it. I have no problem with that. Please don't get on my channel telling me what to do or what I need to do. This is what I do. This is what I like to do. And someone asked me a question and I am answering it. So I'm open to suggestions, but I'm not open to people getting on my page trying to tell me what I should do or how I should do it, because there are no rules to makeup when it comes to me. If you went to school for it, that's fine. But in my world, there's no rules to it. I can do what I want. All right. So the process that I'm at now is I have used my face moisturizer. I have used my milk of magnesia and my primer. Now what I do is I do my mattifying moisturizer. I do my primer. And then I do my milk of magnesia. Okay. After I do that, I use a translucent powder all over my face. I just feel like it kind of sets in the primer, sets it down, gets my face ready to be fully matte. Okay, so I do my foundation. All right, I do my foundation. When I finish doing my foundation, I do another powder, and I usually do the Airspun powder. I know you guys have heard about this. I do a lot of powders, and I do it because I am extremely oily and it works for me. So after I do my foundation, I do another layer of powder, and normally it's the Airspun powder. Okay, then I do my highlight under my eyes, and I have done that, and what you see is what they call baking. Here is my banana powder mixed with my lavender powder. That's what you see there, and you'll see me with this tissue often because I have one eye that runs every morning. It runs the whole time I'm doing my face. It don't matter what makeup I use. It don't matter what I use. This eye runs the entire time. All right. So this is baking, as what they call it. Now I have a cream contour going here, if you can see. I don't do a dark, deep contour for work. I may do it if I'm going out, but I don't do it for work. So this is my cream contour that is setting there. And then I spray my face with a setting spray. Any setting spray you want. I have my favorites. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix that is, as you can see, almost gone. So I spray my face with a setting spray. I have a couple of them. If you want a video on the setting sprays that I prefer, I'll do that. Comment down below. But I sprayed with a setting spray, and now I am here. So what I do next is I take the face powder that I'm going to use for the day. This is going to be the Jordana Classic Natural. I take the face powder that I am going to use for the day, and I do my entire face. And what I do is press this brush. I press this powder into my face. I find it better when you have oily skin to press and push. I push this. Do you see my brush bending? I don't do this. I'm pushing this powder into my face. Why? Because I need this powder to stay in my face. I'm oily. I want this powder to be pushed into my face. And that is what I do. And my brush is bent. I push this powder into my face, okay? Over my entire face. That's what I do. And I get that powder set into my face, okay? Now, because I use a lot of powders, my blush, my contour, and my highlight are powder form, and they're last, because that'll bring the color and everything back to my face. After I push that powder into my face, I use my setting powder that I did a video on before. This is about 6 or 7 different loose powders mixed into one. I promise you, I watched the video on this, and I wish I could remember her name because I would love to show her some love. But I was randomly at work watching videos, and it's somebody that I wasn't subscribed to, and she did this, and I can't, y'all, this gives you life. This is a mixture of translucent powders, which are white powders, and then it's a mixture of dark loose powders so that you don't look ashy. Oops. You're wasting it all over the place. If you just do translucent powders, you're going to be white. I mix translucent powders with dark powders and it gives it color so I'm not ashy all over the face. It's LA Colors, it's Black Opal, it's Midnight Caramel, the Midnight Caramel powder. The translucent powder is Ruby Kiss, NARS translucent powder, all kinds of powders I throw into this contraption, okay? So what I do with that is I do another layer of the setting powder. Okay, so I get that on my brush. And I know it's a lot of powder, you guys, but it works for me. I'm not cakey, and I'll tell you why I'm not cakey in a minute. My makeup lasts. I used to have to blot my face about 12 o'clock when doing my makeup at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now I don't have to blot till about 2 or 3, and normally it's just my nose. For some reason, I can't get my nose down pat, but it's just my nose. It's no longer my entire T-zone area. Okay, so I have some powder on here, and this one I just do like this. I get that powder in there, all mainly in my T-zone area and my nose, but for some reason my nose is very rebellious. My T-zone area, my nose, and my forehead. And this one you can kind of just sweep across the face, which is what I do. Like I said, mainly I focus right here with that powder. I don't do it all over the face as much, but I do focus on my T-zone area and this crazy nose of mine. All right, so we have used our regular powder and our setting powder, and I just keep that right up on my vanity. And once a week, usually on Sundays when I'm doing my shop my stash, I'll add back to that what I used up. The next thing I do is my contour, and I'm using this Black Radiant Soft Focus as a contour because it's more of a red undertone on my skin. And like I say, going to work, I don't do a crazy dark contour. So right where I put that, I want to set that contour, and I'm just using like this angled brush here. And you think you can't see it, but I can see it. I can see where that cream was. And I go right over it with this powder, and this will darken my contour back up. Darkens it back up. I do that. The next thing I do is my blush. Bring that pop of color back up into my face. I have my blush from my items of the week, the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink, and I have this brush here, and I go ahead and I get color back into my face because you have used a whole lot of natural powders or powders that are the same color as your skin. So I've gotten color back into my face after all of those powders. Okay, after my blush, I go ahead with my highlight. I'm using the Naked Urban Decay Illuminating Highlight, and you have to be careful with this bad boy here. So I got a little brush, not a fan brush or anything, a little brush, because this is some glitter for you, okay? And I'm just going to work, but I never really get to use it, so I'm using it. So I'm gonna get my highlight in very lightly, because if you were with me in person, this is shimmery. And I don't want them to be like, girl, where you going? Okay? I do not highlight my nose. My nose is oily enough, rebellious enough. Highlight is not going to help my nose, okay? Sometimes I will do up here or here, but most of the time for going to work, this is the area that I do. Okay, so final step, the reason why I don't look cakey is because I take a setting spray and I spray my face. Now, I am weird. I use 2 different setting sprays every day. I don't know why. I feel like that's what I need to do. It helps me out. So I'm using a different setting spray for the final set. Make sure you shake your setting sprays up. I spray my face. That takes away from it looking cakey, powdery. We've used a lot of powders. That takes away from that. Okay? That's all that I do. My makeup lasts all day. Like I say, about 2 o'clock or so, I do have to blot my nose area. But I don't have to blot my entire face like I used to. And I do carry a blotting powder with me in my bag to work to blot my nose. And it's the Rimmel blotting powder. It's this Rimmel one that looks like this. It's the Rimmel blotting powder. I have one I keep at home. I love that powder, y'all. It's inexpensive from Walgreens or CVS. The Rimmel blotting powder. I have one I keep at home. I have one I keep in my bag with me at all times. And that's the one I blot with at work because it doesn't make you look ashy after you blot. And it doesn't make you look so much like you're adding more powder to your face. Okay? So I just wanted to come to you guys while I was getting ready because like I said, it was requested. And let the young lady and you guys see how I mattify my face. It is an extensive powder routine, and I absolutely love it, and it works for me, and I have no problem with anybody trying it. Okay, if you haven't tried the powder mix, it's a couple of videos back. Would love if you check that out. I'll see you guys the next time we play in our makeup.